You want to market your business online and you feel like it's impossible. You literally have no time. It costs a bunch of money and you don't know what to say. Well, good news, I can help. So I'm going to break down how you can use organic or paid content to get leads in your door for your business if you don't have time. So there's two different ways you can think about posting your content. And if you don't have any time, well, the first way you can do is reuse your organic content. And let's talk about three different ways we can use that organic content. First thing we can do is literally just repost the content that we have already made. So if something did well, like if this performed really well, whatever this piece of content, we're going to say, I made a reel and it did good. What we're going to do is take this reel and in 3 to 6 months, you're going to post it again. Simple as that. Same exact thing, do nothing, change the caption if you want. Probably doesn't matter though. If it did good, just post it again in 3 to 6 months. Here's why. 3 to 6 months ago, you didn't have the same audience. You should have grown your audience. There's new people that haven't seen what you posted. Now you can post it again. Another reason is the first time you posted this, it probably wasn't shown to your audience. So Instagram works a little interesting. So like when you post, if this is your entire Instagram audience, it only shows it to a really small percentage. And if it performs, it'll show it to then a bigger percentage and a bigger percentage from there. And then if it does well, think about it kind of start moving this way and start like reaching new audiences. It's kind of how like the algorithm works. It's like it starts off with your current audience. If it does good, it'll show it to a little bit more. And then it starts like making its way out of your audience, trying to find more like-minded people that started watching it from the beginning. If you posted it, your current audience, like all of these people, probably didn't see your post, which means post it again. It worked once, do it again. Step one. Step number 2, we are going to take a top performing post. Let's say I made a carousel this time. There's my carousel. We're going to repackage this post. So if this carousel did good, then we're going to repackage it into something different. So we're going to take the same carousel, same things we talked about, and we're now going to turn it into a reel. Do the same thing that worked, just do it in a different format. It could be the same where you went from a reel into a carousel this time. You could go from a carousel into a graphic with a long form caption. You can take the carousel and turn it into a long form video. You could take the carousel, turn it into email, like all different ways to repackage. But generally what I like to say is if something did good, do it again, just in a slightly different format. And the third way we can recycle organic content is to just boost it. And this just means we put some dollars into the Meta machine and have it show it to more eyeballs. Because Meta is a for-profit company. That means they like to make money. Well, how can they make money? They can make it off of business owners. Why? Because business owners' goal is to use Meta to get more eyeballs. So if your post, let's take this reel here, did good, we then pay more money to show it to a bigger group of people because your audience that it did good on is small. You pay money, you get to show it to more people. You can boost posts properly. You just need to find an outlier. We call the outliers the ones that outperformed the rest of our content. So if something outperformed the rest of our content, I like to put some dollars behind it and say, show it to more people like my audience. Pay the platform to put it in front of more of those people. Real simple, easy way to use this organic strategy to not post as much content, but still get the reward of kind of recycling topics that were already good. All right, so moving on to the other way you can post content with no time, and that is through a paid ads strategy. So paid ads basically means you're paying dollars, just like boosting posts like we talked about. You're paying dollars to put it in front of people. The benefit of paid ads is that you can target and you can generate leads, which we'll talk about as we move forward in this funnel. When I'm creating this paid ad strategy, if it's like my main thing, I like to do a couple things. When I'm creating my ads, I'm creating 3 different variations of these ads to coincide with 3 different stages of where people are into a funnel. Stage 1, we create an awareness type ad. And the goal with this is to get more people to know that we exist. So whatever that content is for awareness, I have a whole video of how to create awareness, this type of content. Go watch it. It's over there somewhere. We're creating awareness to get more people into our ecosystem. We want them to know we exist. So we're going to run ads to generate more awareness. And the goal is to get more eyeballs. More. Those are eyeballs. Here, we'll make a note so you know. And if we can get more eyeballs, that means we get more people knowing that we exist. When we get more people knowing we exist, we can then move them to the next stage, which is nurture. Within this nurture stage is where we can build our trust and relatability. What I would do, I would run ad 1, and there can be a couple different variations, but it's like ad set. My awareness ad campaign is here. And then my nurture campaign would be a different ad. What I would do here is I would only run my nurture target. I would run my nurture campaign retargeting anybody that engaged with my Instagram or Facebook or whatever you're running this on. I would run it to anybody that engaged with my Instagram profile over the past 365. So the only people that are going to see this ad is anybody that engaged with my profile, which means they liked, they commented, they swiped on a carousel post, they clicked on my profile. All of those things are an engagement. So basically, if they saw me over the last 365 days, they will see this ad. Nobody else will. So my targeting actually doesn't matter other than that. So I would only run this ad for that group of people. This one tried to get more people to see and engage with my ad so I can build my audience. This one now nurtures them. Rule of thumb, I love a client testimonial here. There's other things you can do. I've talked about it in this other video that I told you about, but client testimonials crush right here. So do it. Client story, client testimonial, either one. Then I would move to my 3rd level to this ad, which is my call to action, convert, my offer, whatever you want to say. And I once again would retarget. And this time I would retarget views of people that saw this ad. So now the only people that are seeing this call to action ad are the people that saw this ad. And why is that? So I made them aware that I exist. I then nurtured them. If they didn't see this nurture post, I don't want them to see my call to action post because they are not nurtured. They do not trust me. They're probably not going to buy. This is why I do this. I want them to be nurtured. The only time they start seeing this is after they viewed this. And usually I'll do like, they viewed 10% of the video or whatever the metrics are that I kind of figure out, this is where you do some testing. Could be 25%. So it kind of depends how nurtured you want your people to be. But that's how I would do this. And then within here, this is where you make a killer offer. And what we like to try and do in our offers is you get X by Y without Z. So you get X by Y without Z. What does that mean for an offer? So I will get you 10 new leads to your business in 6 weeks. And if I don't, you get your money back. So all I'm doing is I'm telling you exactly what you get. You're getting specific. Within a specific time, you give a direct time frame. And then I'm reducing risk by taking away something. So this is a simple framework we use to create these offers. If you want a better way to create offers, Alex Hormozi's $100 Million Offers gives you a ton of different frameworks to create some killer offers. But this is a really simple one that we start with, and then we kind of build off of it from there. But yeah, this is the paid ads strategy I would go with. And once again, if you don't have time to create content all the time, this is a way to go because you can do it with dollars. So when should you use organic? When should you go organic content? When you have more time than you do money. So if time is what you have, focus on this organic route if you don't have money. If you have little time, but you have more money to spend, then go the paid ads route. So here's the matrix of time and money. So if over here is I have a lot of time and I have a lot of money, you could do both. If over here I have a lot of time, but I have no money, then that is going to be organic. If I go down here, which means I have money, but no time, that's going to be paid. And then if I have no time and I have no money, then this is a very sad person. And you need to probably, not saying do it, but business might not be for you.
Get a job.
Get a job. So I hope this is helpful for you creating content. You know, you're a business owner, you're super busy. You generally don't have time, but you generally have money, which is why I'm like, hey, paid ads might be a good thing for you. But on the other hand, if you're just starting out, you want to get more leads, you generally think you don't have a lot of time, but if you break it down, you're like, oh, I could like repost, repackage, and boost things. Well, great. Go for the organic route until you can get more money and then reinvest into it. So yeah, this is it. If you got questions on how to create this content, this video probably will help you.